Welcome to Bastard Quest. I'm the Game Bastard Kyle.
I am Todd.
Corey.
I'm Austin.
Transformer noises. Yeah, so we're continuing our game of Transformers using the Essence 20 system from Renegade Game Studios.
Those guys are out of control.
The jig is up. The news is out. They finally found me. The renegade who had it made.
Oh, I see.
Retrieved for a bounty.
You can stop. That's fine.
Are we going to have to pay Styx royalties now?
Not unless you sing it for longer than 30 seconds.
All right,
no,
cool.
I was just
parody
I just got a cease and desist text from
Dennis DeYoung.
from Dr. Roboto.
And Kyle's contact list, actually. Yeah.
So yeah, we are playing Transformers. We started the previous episode. This is our second Transformers arc. Well, this is the second episode of that arc. So if you're just finding Bastard Quest right now, go back one episode at the very least. Start there, and things will make a lot more sense.
Yeah, just think about how things work in life.
Yes.
You start at the beginning.
Yes. I recommend it.
Yeah, I mean, if you would like to go back to the very beginning, I suggest the Bible.
Yeah, I've got other books. You can check.
Okay, so yeah, we're playing Transformers. Obviously, we're Autobots. They're the players are the good guys. They're engaged in a cross-country race, trying to beat the Decepticons to win a trophy that has a MacGuffin inside it. This arc may or may not be loosely based or entirely based on Cannonball Run.
I'm pretty sure the race is called Cannonball Run.
It is called Cannonball Run.
Okay.
Which
Subtle.
I did not know until I started doing some research to come up with the adventure. The Cannonball Run is a real thing.
Sure. And there's like the Gumball Rally in Europe is another thing.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, what cities is that from?
It goes from Germantown to Europeton.
But is that a real cross country race?
Yeah, because Jackass did it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, so the Cannonball Run was started in the 70s, and it's if you don't know, it is you're supposed to drive from New York, the Red Ball Garage in New York City, to the Portofino Hotel in L.A. on Redondo Beach as fast as you can. And according to Wikipedia, somebody did it a couple years ago and set the new record, which is something around 25 hours.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Which is absolutely insane because that is
Westbound and down.
over 2,900 miles.
Wow.
Well, and what's even more impressive is they had to dodge Jamie Farr and Roger Moore.
That's right. I forgot Roger Moore was in that until I was on the
Yeah,
Wikipedia
Not to
page.
mention Adrian Barbeau.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crouching in the shadows with a katana at every rest stop.
So the people that set the record, their average speed was over 100 miles an hour.
Well, it doesn't sound safe.
Yeah, they had a spotter, and he had like infrared goggles and binoculars to try to spot cops.
Huh.
Now, with us playing kind of in the universe of the cartoon show, I'm very surprised we didn't show up on the... What was that cartoon rally race? Was that Wacky Races? All
Wacky
those
Races.
Hanna-Barbera
Yeah.
characters?
Wacky Racers,
And,
yes.
and the Great Space Race, I think, was the other Hanna-Barbera.
No, that took place in the 60s, Corey.
Okay.
But through some hijinks, our Autobots, who are not supposed to be racing, are the racers, but they've been captured in a magnetized web by the Decepticon known as Drone Master and his bastion in Cincinnati. So I believe when last we left our erstwhile heroes, you'd just been dragged off the interstate by Drone Master's giant magnet that broke up through the ground of Red Stadium.
Yes,
and
the
is-
Great American Ballpark.
And is destroying Cincinnati and drawing everything metal, which
Now-
turns out Transformers are.
Kyle, is there a game going on right now?
Of course.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Stadium's full.
All
Yeah.
the poor pitchers stuck up there on the magnet.
Yeah, the Marlins chose the wrong day to show up.
Okay, so let's talk about your characters. Todd, who are you playing today?
Slider, he's a food truck. He's a warrior. He's a monolith. He's a warrior against hunger.
Corey?
I'm playing Susan. She's a Mary Kay Carr who has been radicalized on Facebook to become a QAnon follower.
Is that canon?
Oh, it's
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
A. It's just like your great aunt,
What's her Facebook name?
Susan.
It's in all caps.
Suzon77.
Q's on.
Suzon. Austin?
Yeah, I'm a Springtrap. The tiny analytical printer bot.
I will never get tired of you playing a printer. that's the best.
It's the best experience I've ever had with a printer.
Well, easily.
Yeah.
So the three of you and your designated race observer, the human, David Ruchalski, are flying through the air of Cincinnati. You got yanked off the interstate. You're hurtling towards the gargantuan magnet dominating the skyline of Red Stadium. There's a hurricane of metal scraps from all across the city flying towards the magnet. Other cars, train cars, signs, cell phones. And Drone Master, in his demagnetized metal body, is perched on the side of Red Stadium with his drones swarming around him. Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah.
That's his robot voice.
Oh,
okay.
Fun.
Now, here's a question, Kyle.
Yes,
I'm a printer.
you are.
Am I made of plastic?
I would say there are plastic components on you, but
Still mostly metal.
yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you're a transformer, and you probably could fabricate some sort of plastic, misleading carapace.
Well, there went that idea.
It was noble. Well, so the real question is, are you guys going to attempt to do anything while flying through the air, or are you just going to try to escape after you slam into the magnet?
No, absolutely. The closer we get to the magnet, Suzanne is going to eject grenades, which is something she has, and try to throw them towards the magnet. Them being smaller, I suspect they would get there quicker and blow up the magnet.
I don't know how magnetic attraction works, but we'll say sure they'll get there
This
quicker.
is movie physics.
It's
so-
magic.
Yeah.
It's Transformers.
You're giant transforming robots. Absolutely. So what's
Yeah,
your...
smaller things fall faster. That's how Bond caught that plane in GoldenEye.
Slider also has grenades.
I think we could all chuck grenades together as friends.
if you have them, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys roll your targeting.
Okay.
Turns out throwing the grenades is pretty simple because the giant magnet's going to draw them there. So this is easy. This is just you just need a 5 or better.
Okay. Do we get any kind of upshifts or anything?
You know what? You can have an edge because magnet.
Okay. Suzanne has a D2 in targeting.
Okay.
As does Slider.
Okay. Suzanne got a 19.
Slider got a 20.
Now, isn't there some kind of rule where if you double or triple the...
So we're going to go and round the 19 and up and say you guys did 3 times better.
Okay.
So what's the damage on your grenades?
I'm going to guess 1 sharp.
I'm going to guess 1 sharp,
Yes, it is 1 sharp.
Wonderful.
which means you do 3 extra damage since you did 3 times better. So each of your grenades will do 4 damage.
Okay.
Corey, what does Suzanne look like when she's throwing grenades?
Well, she's still in car mode or alt mode. So she kind of like wills herself to turn around backwards and they bloop, bloop out of the tailpipe.
Nice.
Todd, what about Slider?
A Slider, he uses 1 arm to grab the grenade and throw it up in the air, and with the other arm that becomes a spatula, he smacks it toward
it.
Yeah, just
So the grenades streak towards the magnet, and there's all sorts of metal is hammering the magnet, ting, 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 ting. Then there's thunk, thunk, thunk at the grenades, and they explode as one, rip the magnet in half, completely shred it, ruin the magnetism. The magnet starts falling towards Red Stadium. The away team dugout smashes that. All the Marlins are dead. Drone Master. I don't like this. You've ruined my magnet. Starts indiscriminately firing into Cincinnati with his giant robot gun mounted on his arm because he's a Decepticon. They all have that.
Yeah.
You guys were flying through the air 40, 50 feet above the ground, and suddenly you're no longer being magnetically attracted, so now you are falling towards a nice residential suburb. None of you can fly, right? Can
I
Springtrap
can.
fly?
Yeah. He's got those little R2D2 jets underneath.
That's right.
Slider's in robot form, right?
yes.
Okay. And Suzanne is in car form.
Yeah, because I got Ruchalski in me.
Who's screaming the entire time.
Patreon member.
Oh my God!
David Ruchalski is in me, yes.
Now we're falling! Ah!
Was that the Marlins?
Oh, I regret this job move. I should have stayed in Washington.
Okay, so I think I'm going to try to transform and grab David.
Sure. Like from the movies when they do cool stuff like that.
Yeah. He just pops out somehow.
And land nimbly without injuring yourself?
Sure.
Okay. I assume Slider's also going to.
I mean, Slider's a monolith. I mean, 40,
Yeah.
50 feet in the air. I mean, he's a he just
probably
lands on
fine.
his feet.
Yeah. It's really if anything happens to Patreon member David Ruchalski.
Yeah, the main thing is Slider will attempt to avoid any houses or children or pets.
Right. That's like hopping off the porch to him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, Todd, what are you going to roll to avoid collateral damage?
The thing that makes the most sense to me to use in this situation would be finesse. However, Slider, he's large. He does not have finesse, so I will be rolling with a snag.
Because, see, I often think of food trucks as finesse vehicles.
Yeah, they're just so easy to...
Maneuver.
Yeah, the burrito truck, I mean, just Tokyo drifting everywhere.
Yeah.
Corey, what are you going to use to not liquefy Ruchalski? So I assume something like acrobatics or finesse, but I'm open to suggestion.
I could also lend a hand to that as a backup to see if I could catch him.
Yeah, you could just let Springtrap catch him because he's flying around his little printer. Is that the sound it makes?
Yeah, little like Jetsons hover engines.
I just assumed you were squirting ink out, and you could only do it for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, if Springtrap wants to deal with Ruchalski, it's his shift.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Austin could grab Ruchalski. It's going to be
Tired of hearing this guy going, oh, Mother Mercy, I'm tired of this.
it's going to be a routine difficulty for you, Austin. Finesse sound good? Or acrobatics? I think
I've got
either.
finesse.
Okay.
Can I assist since I'm gonna chuck Ruchalski?
You can absolutely
Like aim where he gets thrown out of the vehicle.
Oh
you
yeah,
can
for sure.
absolutely do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that would give him an edge.
Yeah, so let's roll for it, see what happens to Ruchalski, and then we'll get back to Todd maybe crushing a house.
Okay. All right, so I'm rolling a D4 and 2 D20, and my target number is what?
10.
Ooh, there's a natural 20
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
and a 1. So 21.
Ruchalski sprouts wings and flies to the heavens.
Yeah, so what's it look like when you delicately save Ruchalski's life?
So Suzanne elegantly transforms her K car into bot mode, flipping and turning and winchinizing, which is a Transformers term that I've created. Sergeant David Ruchalski is gently ejected from her
Jesus Christ, this happened last time.
from her hip.
Oh, it hurts just as much as it did last time.
Did she just birth him?
Well, and with a very fluid and smooth ballet type motion, she scoops him with one hand, twirling in the air the entire time, and like Mary Kay, and hurls him towards the surface where Springtrap is awaiting.
Oh, I'm like Wolverine.
All right, so after a horrifying couple of seconds flipping through the air, Ruchalski sees what looks like a printer just hurling through the air at him.
Which there's a couple in the air because of the magnet.
Yeah. I mean, because of the magnet, and people just throw them out of buildings in Cincinnati.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
And the printer suddenly explodes into like 8 limbs, and there's all this little gear clicking and chittering and
Chittering. Wait,
Chitness.
Is it chitness?
It's a good choice.
And Ruchalski hears, "Yeah, I've got you," and he gets snagged by like 4 or 5 of these limbs, and they fall another couple of feet, and then Springtrap's eyes actually are the jets that are normally under the printer, so they like kind of fall upside down, and then all of a sudden there's just this blast from Springtrap's face as it kind of hovers them just a few feet above the ground.
It's a good thing you rolled a natural 20, because if you had not, he would have magenta all over him.
Well,
Just
when we
covered it.
hit the ground, after all the excitement, Springtrap sneezes.
He's covered in cyan.
Just a cloud of cyan.
Meanwhile, Slider is spiraling through the air straight towards a retirement home. Todd, roll your finesse.
All right, I don't have finesse, so I'm rolling with a snag. So
That's right.
What does that entail?
So that means you're going to roll 2d20s and take the lowest for your result.
Yeah, let's do that.
We'll say this is of routine difficulty for a Transformer.
Sure.
10.
All right. First one was a 15. We don't count that one.
Correct.
This one is a 10.
Oh,
Nice.
there you go. You still land on the retirement home. You just don't crush anyone in their beds.
Thank God.
Just like in the courtyard.
I
Yeah.
mean, if you're going to fall onto a city, that's the place you want to fall on, though, because they have the least amount of time left.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Attention, citizens of the retirement home. I apologize for landing on your home. However, I am about to transform back into a food truck where we have many delicious options for you. And for those of you who don't have any teeth, I will make some soup.
What the hell's Bob Dole doing here?
Our Lord and Savior, patron saint of old and decrepit.
I thought I got rid of that son of a bitch at Monte Casino.
As a matter of fact, Slider will set up a buffet because I know you people like the buffets.
See, have prunes.
You got to have prunes and some insurance.
Prune sliders.
All right, so you guys are on the ground in a residential area of Cincinnati. Ruchalski is getting to his feet, staggering in shock. Meanwhile, a swarm of drones is speeding across the city straight towards you from Red Stadium. You see Drone Master leap down and also is making his way towards you, firing log blasts from his heavy cannon. Drones, converge and destroy the Autobots. So you guys can engage, or you can try to escape to get back on the road. Remember, time is the most important factor, and you're already behind.
Can we engage run? Like transform into cars and be shooting from behind? Because I'm sure they're going to chase us.
Well, of course.
I mean, I can definitely shoot while we're running away.
Yeah, it can be a chase fight. It's just which are you got to prioritize: try to take out Drone Master or get back on the road.
Well, he's going to keep following us, so I guess chase fight makes most sense to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Suzanne, you need to get back on the road. Slider will take on the big bad. Sorry, residents of this nursing home. It's going to be a minute before I can transform into a food truck and give you all delicious eats.
Okay, so Slider's going to try to let Suzanne and he's going to take out Drone Master?
He's going to try.
Okay.
Okay, Suzanne transforms back into car mode and picks up Ruchalski.
Okay, I guess we'll do this since I got technically part of my obligation as a race observer to go with you. Could we get some heated seats this time?
Hey there, Mr. Snickajack or whatever the fuck your name is. Do you want to stay here with me and fight, or do you want to go with Suzanne?
I'm ready. And Springtrap leaps up on Slider's shoulder.
Here, you can have this too. And Suzanne's trunk pops open, and a small tube of lipstick comes flipping in the air towards Springtrap and Slider. And it is Wizard Lips. He transforms before he hits the ground and goes, I return to you at the turn of the tide. And then he does like a pose.
Sure.
And Suzanne speeds away.
So Wizard Lips is the smaller transformer that inexplicably lives inside a larger transformer for reasons that are never made entirely clear.
Yeah,
he's a
mini-con is what they call him.
Oh, okay.
Now inexplicably has a different wardrobe. He doesn't have a hat.
Well, he's Wizard Lips the White now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially since all the QAnon stuff. Because,
Well, when you ride in her trunk, you follow the protocol.
Yeah.
So Suzanne hightails it out of there. Ruchalski's in the passenger seat. Some of the drones following her. Meanwhile, Drone Master charging, just smashing houses, leaps through the air to engage Slider and Springtrap and Wizard Lips.
So I would like to spend this first turn running over to try and take out some of the drones that are chasing down Suzanne.
Okay. Well, you can, but we're going to roll initiative first.
All right. I'm rolling with a snag for initiative.
Suzanne has a D2 in initiative, which I assume I'm still rolling even though I've got pursuit vehicles after me, so I'm still in initiative technically.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Slider rolled a 16.
I rolled a 12.
Suzanne got a 10.
Okay.
Springtrap has a perk called Work the Numbers. I can spend an energon point to basically survey the battlefield and move someone up in initiative order. And in this race, really only one of us needs to win it. So let's just get Suzanne on out ahead. I want to move her up to the top of the initiative order so she can go ahead and take an action. And then we can work on defending her after that.
Okay. So Suzanne goes first.
Suzanne drives. Does that mean Wizard Lips also? Do we have the same initiative? Or?
His will be at the original.
Okay.
Because that's two different characters.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, Suzanne, you can try to essentially get out of this combat.
I think that's the goal. If I need to shoot at some of the following drones, I will.
I mean, if you get out, you won't. You'll essentially evade them for the time being.
Okay, I'm going to attempt that then.
So it'll be driving, and they're going to... Essentially, the drones are going to oppose it with their driving.
Okay.
Suzanne, pretend you're driving towards January 6th.
On my way, my hero.
So they don't have anything in driving, so they're rolling with a snag. They got a 13.
Okay. Suzanne rolls driving with an edge. She specializes in driving.
Yeah.
And she has a D2. That's a 20.
Alrighty.
So anyway, Rachowski, but like I was saying, Forrest Gump used to be my favorite movie until I found out that Tom Hanks sucks adrenochrome out of baby heads.
Yeah, that's not a thing. That doesn't happen.
I'm going to send you a link to patriotbasket.com.
No, look.
It's journalism.
Yeah.
Oh my God! By the time they get to California, will Wachowski have redeemed her?
Yeah, I'm actually a licensed deprogrammer. So we're going to go through a few steps here. And he just starts taking her through the process to realize that she's in a cult.
Trust the process. That's right, Rachowski.
Honestly, I think she's going to red pill Wachowski.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
It's just a toss-up.
Can we have a roll-off to see?
Yeah.
Okay.
He has a D12 in deprogramming.
Okay. Oh, Lord.
So Suzanne takes off. Half the drones are following her, but they're quickly being outpaced. Suzanne is out of the combat, which means Drone Master is opening it. Drone Master's charging. He smashes through a house. He has a big Decepticon symbol on his chest. It starts to glow, and energy starts lightning bolting across his body, and he blasts away, teleports away. Then he reappears with this burst of energy right behind Slider. I was just thinking about Ghostbusters a minute ago. He reappears right behind Slider with this energy baton, slams it towards Slider's head. Todd, what is Slider's toughness?
18.
Drone Master slams this crackling energy baton into Slider's head, sends Slider tumbling a few paces, but it does nothing else. It inflicts no damage.
It was between that or one sharp.
And Todd, it is your turn.
So Slider turns around, looks at Drone Master, and says, "On today's menu, fried drone." And he draws his blaster arm and fires right into the chest of the Drone Master.
Oh, shit. Yeah, targeting for shooting. He's going to try to evade this, and that is 16.
Slider rolled a 9.
Before the shot goes off, Drone Master lunges forward, gets in under the shot. This huge energy blast goes streaking across Cincinnati. Nothing they haven't seen before here. Austin, it is Springtrap's turn.
Wizard Lips, can you throw me at the Decepticon?
I will throw you down towards my enemy and break the mountainside.
Okay, so if you're going to have Wizard Lips throw Springtrap, you'll have to wait. That won't happen until Wizard Lips' turn.
Okay.
Which is 10. But you could absolutely do that.
Okay.
Okay. Will I have to save my action, or can
Yeah.
I just take an action beforehand?
You'll have to basically hold your action.
Okay.
I mean, unless you just want him to throw you and then nothing happens.
But throwing him would probably give him some kind of upshift or edge or something.
If it's done successfully, absolutely.
Cool.
So the drones are sweeping in, and they are circling around Slider. Todd, what is Slider's evasion?
11.
There's an indeterminate number of drones. They've got those blaster pods that pop out of the bottom. They're all going, "Droney, shoot! Droney, shoot!" And they're just lancing laser blasts into Slider. You take 2 sharp damage.
Oh, no. So he's dead. Is that what you're saying?
Slider explodes.
He's killed by batteries not included
Now,
robots.
I mean, I think as with Barge Hog, doesn't Slider have the most... Isn't Todd the person with the most health of the Transformers?
Oh,
I have
sir.
5 health.
Yeah.
It's an infinite number.
In this game, yes.
And now it is Wizard Lips and Springtrap.
Oh!
All right, I take it back. I'm scared.
Okay, Wizard Lips winds up and throws the printer.
So, Austin, what is your goal here, Austin?
So I want to get in close quarters to try and use my blaster on Drone Master's face.
Yeah, it's the fastball special Reed and X-Man.
I assumed it was that, but
But it's just a tube of lipstick throwing a printer. Come on, Kyle. Colossus Wolverine lipstick printer. Come on.
so what? Wizard Lips, he's basically human-sized, right?
Somewhat, yeah.
I mean, he breaks the laws of physics when he becomes an unlipstick.
Absolutely, Transformers. I assume this is his might.
This is definitely might.
Okay, he has a D6 in might. It's the only thing he has in life,
Okay, I'm going to say
except for fashion.
throwing another Transformer is probably something Wizard Lips does on the regular,
Yeah.
correctly or not, whether they like it or not. So that's difficulty 10 for him.
Okay.
We'll say difficulty 8.
Okay.
It's not quite routine, or it's a little easier than routine, but not quite easy.
Yeah. I mean, most Transformers he can't throw, but like he's super pumped to have one he can.
Yeah, I mean, the problem here is the lack of aerodynamism in a printer.
But that's okay. I'm very used to being thrown.
Well,
printer.
yes.
All Springtrap's infiltration missions end with someone chucking him out a
My
window.
escape plan.
Yes.
Who stole our Cold War submarine plans? I don't know, but it has something to do with that printer being fucking broken.
That's what killed the Titanic submersible. The printer.
Springtrap.
Back then, I was just a letterpress.
They're like, which way to the Titanic? I don't know. Print out the.
They were so enraged they just smashed him out of the window.
Yes.
Let us all die now. Get this stupid
Oh, no.
Epson out of here.
My billions are gone.
Oh, shit.
Ironically, the printer floated to the top.
Yeah, undamaged. Ready to cause more chaos somewhere else.
It's a horror movie. He can't die.
I was the printer that lodged myself on Leo DiCaprio's foot.
Pushed him.
What does that
I
mean?
drug him down.
Okay.
Springtrap's
So he
just been.
traveled to the past. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
It's getting convoluted.
Oh, Austin jokes. You just have to think for the 35 minutes.
Difficulties.
Not good for improv, but
You know?
once you get there, it's decent.
Right. Okay, I got a D6 in my mind. Yeah, we're
Difficulty.
trying to play a game here. Not rewrite history. We're not Tarantino.
Oh, okay.
That's a 17.
Which is more than an 8.
Yep.
It's
double.
Yeah, it's double. So I'll say you give him 2 edges.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dredge.
You can do 2. You can do 2 upshifts, so to speak, rather than.
Or an edge and an upshift.
Yeah, that works. If you want to break it down that way.
Cool.
So Springtrap goes hurling through the air, straight towards Drone Master's face, who is in close with Slider. Springtrap just slams right into the back of his head.
The printer finally found the head. And Springtrap
God.
cocks his blaster and just fires it directly up Drone Master's nose.
They don't like it up them.
They do not.
Turns out
That's a 16.
that is a hit.
I forgot how to calculate damage. Oh, I bet I know what it is.
1 sharp.
It is.
Oh, I see.
Part of Drone Master's face is blasted away as the laser blaster goes off at point blank range. Drone Master stumbles back. Oh, and it's back to the top, so it's Drone Master's turn. So he's going to definitely attack the small, tiny robot that just assaulted him.
Cool.
And that is going to be a hit on toughness 17 or higher.
I have an
lower.
evasion of 18.
This is hand-to-hand, so it's toughness.
Oh, it's got to be toughness? Okay, my toughness is like a 12. I'm
Yeah,
fucked.
that's the new rule that I just
Okay.
instituted. So he grabs you, slams you to the ground, and starts stomping on you.
Okay.
You, of course, only take 1 blunt damage.
Yeah, I'm very used to this.
Stupid printer.
Nobody steps in. To
No.
stop.
No one.
Like, we're in a suburban neighborhood. People are coming out of their homes and they're just watching this and going, yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Bunch of guys coming out of an office complex, rolling up their sleeves. Can we get in on this?
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster
That's
playing
right.
in the background.
Todd, it is Slider's turn.
Slider, he's in close quarters with the Drone Master. He's going to draw a chef's knife and try to stab him in his chest.
All right.
I think this is a might move.
His toughness is 14.
Going to use my might. I have a charge. I get a upshift with a might weapon, and my might is D8. With using a might weapon, which I think a chef's knife qualifies because you get a stab,
Yes.
I get an upshift.
Right.
That's one of my perks.
Now, you just got that for going up in level, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
So now you're rolling, what, a D20 and a D10?
And a D10.
Oh, yeah, we're level 2 now, by the way.
Yeah, we did. We leveled up between adventures.
So a D20 and a D10. Here we go. And that is a 15.
You only needed a 14, so you're going to hit him?
Yay.
How much damage do you do?
Shockingly, 1 sharp.
Yeah, I'd already written it down.
So, Slider looks at the Drone Master in the face, and as he plunges his knife into his chest, he says, "Perhaps you've heard of the 4 basic food groups. There's meat, there's vegetables, there's dairy, and drones."
Is that what?
I did not pay attention in school.
Oh.
There's some sort of engine fluid leaking out of Drone Master's side where he was stabbed. He's stumbling backwards. The drones are swarming in. Droney, drone. They are firing at Slider. Is your evasion 14 or worse?
It is 11.
Then they hit you
Damn it.
for 1 sharp damage. So more laser blasts are pouring onto Slider. Bits of fryer and stove are being blasted to the streets of Cincinnati, but no one noticed. Everything smells like French fries. And now it is to...
On Tot Day? Weird.
Okay, so Austin, it's your turn.
Okay. So Springtrap is still slowly getting up from being stomped into about a 2-foot hole in the ground. But it looks like Drone Master's back is turned. So I'm going to see if I can scurry up his back and shoot him in the back of the head.
Could chitter up his back.
Scurry up his chitinous back.
All right, roll your targeting. He's got evasion 16.
Ooh, that's a 21.
Nice.
And I rolled a 6.
So that is a crit.
Yay.
So which means you'll inflict, 2 sharp damage?
I mean, maximum.
Okay, well, what does it look like when Springtrap takes out Drone Master?
Wow. Who could have thunk it?
So Drone Master's bearing down on Slider as the drones kind of shoot at him some more. But right as he gets close, looking like he's about to strike, this laser blast just blows out his right eye, and then another one blows out his mouth. And as he falls down, Springtrap just kind of rides all the way down and says, finally, the printer did something useful.
All the Cincinnatians give a rough clap for this and point, okay, printer, but you watch yourself. With Drone Master dead, there's this shockwave that goes off from his body, and all the drones start falling out of the sky and smashing and exploding. Cincinnati is safe for the moment, but Suzanne is barreling down the highway. And we're going to say, because of the delay of the fight, basically Slider and Springtrap are no longer in the running. Not really.
Yeah.
But Suzanne does have some time that she needs to make up.
Okay.
So this is going to be a challenging driving test. And remember that you do have story points.
So I can use a story point to gain access to equipment, right? That's one thing?
Yeah, one thing, a story point can always be spent to basically say, I've had this all along.
Yeah, she's got rocket boosters.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Can that be doable?
Well, yeah, of course.
Okay. What does that do?
What do you think it would do?
Give me an upshift?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
So she automatically gets an edge with driving. So the upshift would make it a D4.
Yeah.
And what's the target number?
Well, Ruchalski is navigating,
Okay.
so he's going to give you another edge.
Okay.
Which you could use for another upshift.
Okay.
Because he's got his phone out and he's like, well, Google Maps says that we should turn right here because this is going to dead end out, and also there's a speed trap ahead.
Thank you, Ruchalski. I love doing this race with you, and I hope we can do the race war together too.
Yeah, no, there's not going to be a race war. That's
I read.
and why would you even care? You're like a robot person.
I seen an internet.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
It's a good thing you said you were turning right, because Suzanne would never make a left turn.
All right, so this is challenging 15.
Okay, so I got 2 D20s and a D6. That's an 18.
On the salt flats, you start catching up to this black sports car that you know is a Decepticon because the license plate says Decepticon. Subtle, these guys are not. Yeah, so you're coming up on Barricade, the Decepticon. Ooh. You get even with him, and you can see his hologram giving you stink eye.
What's he look like?
The most bland white guy you've ever seen.
Okay.
This is a Decepticon. They're not that creative.
So Patrick Wilson, basically?
It's basically Patrick Wilson.
Gotcha.
Like, somehow more boring.
Okay.
Like, he's just whiter.
Okay, wow.
But yeah, you're right. Patrick Wilson is probably the most white person.
Yeah.
Patrick Wilson is powder.
We're just all variations. All white people are variations of Patrick Wilson.
Yes. I'm 0.2 above Patrick Wilson.
What's your Patrick Wilson quotient?
He's white prime.
On a scale of 1 to 10 Patrick Wilsons.
So you're neck and neck with Barricade. Both of you accelerating, trying to get ahead of the other. You're out in the middle of the salt flats. There's nothing around you. And then Barricade drops way back. Lets Suzanne get way ahead. Pretty soon you can't even see him in the distance behind you. And Ruchalski turns and says, I don't know, I feel like this is not a good thing.
Yeah, that's probably ominous, Ruchalski.
And then in the distance you can see a jet flying almost parallel to the highway, coming straight towards you.
So we're in the salt flats, right?
Yep, you're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, so I can definitely do some evasive maneuvering here.
You for sure.
Yeah.
Transformers are alien space robots. They have all sorts of sensors that are just constantly observing the world around them. Roll your science.
Okay, Suzanne has a D2 in science. Ken Rochalski helps since he's from Washington.
Yeah.
And because he's trying to teach her
Yeah.
science.
Okay. She get an edge or anything? Or?
Yeah, she gets an edge.
Okay, and she's, yes.
He's going through the basic scientific process.
That's a 16.
Obviously, the oncoming jet is a Decepticon, but it is armed with an unusual weapons payload. It has a nuclear missile on it.
Oh no, is it one sharp?
It is instant death.
Okay.
Just got to transform into a fridge. You're good.
Yes, if it hits anywhere close to you, you will instantly cease to exist.
Surely the QAnon website has something about diffusing those.
Well, but nuclear bombs don't exist. It's all,
forgot.
yeah, it didn't actually happen.
It's like the flat Earth.
Yeah, Hiroshima and Nagasaki did not happen, actually.
Okay.
They really don't think that, do they?
Those were just those blood-sucking Hollywood productions.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe the landscape just did that.
Yeah, watching Oppenheimer,
Maybe there's just a natural atomic explosion.
Japan.
Who knows what they're into?
All right, so what is Suzanne going to do? She knows the jet is probably close to its firing point because he would need to fire soon to get out of the blast radius.
Suzanne is going to open hailing frequencies to the Decepticon jet
Okay.
and try to talk him down using QAnon speak to try to red pill him.
I like it.
It's Starscream.
Okay.
Ah!
Starscream, honey, it's me, Suzanne. We met up on the mountain.
I don't remember, but
Honey Bear, we are on the same side. I'm going to send you some links for you to find out about the truth of what's happening.
okay.
And then you take your bomb elsewhere.
Okay, so you're going to be going up against his cleverness,
Okay.
which I think the cleverness they have for Starscream in the book, I'll tell you this, Renegade, it's way too high. A clever bear, Starscream is not.
Yeah.
I mean, his whole plan was always just wait for Megatron to conveniently die and then take over, as if the rest of the Decepticons were just going to blindly follow the idiot. So I'm going to say his cleverness is 7. And I'm being generous
Okay.
to Starscream.
Okay, so Suzanne's going to roll her persuasion,
Okay.
which is a D8. That's a 14, rolled a 8 on the D8, so that's a crit, right?
That is a crit. And you double.
He is now the QAnon shaman.
Yeah. And you
He
double
is
the
now
difficulty.
running WikiLeaks.
Suzanne, I had no idea. Where we go one, we go all.
I've been trying to tell everybody.
And he
I
just
bet.
starts flying straight up into the air. It comes back down and fires the missile at Barricade.
Trust the plan.
You hear Barricade, what the hell are you doing? You idiot! JFK Jr. is coming back to... He's going to be in Dallas, Barricade. I've got to save him. And he fires the nuke at Barricade. Then Starscream tears off because he's a coward. Barricade tries to dodge, tries to turn around.
A nuke.
But no, he is annihilated. And Ruchalski gets a heck of a sunburn that day
Oh.
as Suzanne drives
No,
speeding through the desert.
no, Suzanne has one of those, like, windshield protectors, and it's got, like, Betty Boop on it. You know?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You just throw that in the back window
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that'll be fun.
I forgot. Did we ever decide, does she have lashes on her headlights?
I feel like that would go against Mary Kay,
Oh,
Orders.
there's...
Is that against
yeah,
the brand standards?
There's
Yeah, yeah.
specifications.
which Mary Kay is Q now.
Oh, that
They're-
doesn't
they're all
surprise me.
QAnon,
Of
yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Of course. Okay, Suzanne speeds through Nevada, through Southern California, gets to the Portofino Hotel, clocks in. Ruchalski stumbles out, happy that this race is over. No winner is announced immediately. Suzanne thinks she had a good time, but she doesn't actually know. There's multiple other racers here. No Decepticons as far as you can tell. There's an ambulance with a souped-up engine, bunch of other weird cars. You think maybe a guy that was James Bond.
Farrah Fawcett.
Farrah Fawcett's there.
A big rig full of Coors.
Yeah. Slider and Springtrap rolling the next day when they're doing the awards ceremony. They've got a big stage set out on the ocean. All the humans have seats. So nobody asks why the food truck and the Mary Kay car are parked suspiciously close to the stage or why the printer is in the front row. But a guy gets up to award the prize. It's a big cowboy hat. Hey, how you going? How you doing? Burt Reynolds.
I told you he was alive, Wachowski.
So everybody did real good on the race you got here. But yeah, I was smoking a cigarette yesterday, burned all the tickets. Not sure who won. So I'm just gonna give the trophy to me. It was a Mary Kay person. Susan Q.
Yay.
Is there a Susan Q here?
That's me over here. Just put it in the window.
Okay, it's weird, but Ruchalski goes up. He gets the trophy. It's this big gold trophy with this beautiful diamond-like gem in the front, which you guys know is the prism, the Cybertronian artifact. Takes it from Burt Reynolds, brings it back, and leans in. Okay, so just you want me to put it in a trunk? I don't know. Is that offensive?
Yeah, just cram it in there, but next to the lipstick, if you could.
Okay. He opens the trunk. There's just cases of lipstick. He puts it in there, and with it that close to her body, Suzanne can start downloading information from the prism. And it is exactly what Matador told you it would be. Cybertronian artifact with all sorts of secret information, including the location of Cybertron itself.
Oh.
Wow.
Which we'll have to do in the next arc.
Okay.
Which I don't know when that will be.
The voyage home.
Yeah, you guys are going to go back to Cybertron.
Yeah.
When we play Transformers again.
Okay.
Cannonball Run, the voyage home.
No, it'll be the whales are coming back to Cybertron, and so you got to go get more whales. No, I don't know why Cannonball Run. I just thought it should be a race because they're Transformers and.
I dug it. I mean, I
yeah,
thought that was a
super fun.
fantastic.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
adventure.
Great idea.
Yeah, and then of course Cincinnati would be the main problem.
Well,
Second only to QAnon.
going across that little bridge. Haha, Kentucky joke.
Frightening.
Well, thank you to all our Patreon members. Of course, probably David Ruchalski was featured most prominently.
Yeah.
He returns.
He tried to decult Suzanne, and I wanted to come up. I couldn't really come up with any good names for Decepticons based on Patreon members because it is hard to transformer a person's name.
It's true. Matt Orr, God bless you.
Yeah, Matador is the best one we've come up with so far.
Well, if we ever have a naval battle, we know the guy.
Yes,
True.
indeed.
Yes. But thanks to all our Patreon members.
Yes, please.
We
Thank
appreciate your support. It makes it worthwhile just to get out of bed to record Transformers episodes.
It's the only reason I get out of bed these days.
It's true.
No, that's true.
Thank you to our sponsor, Barrel and Bond, 100 Broadway Street in beautiful downtown Paducah.
And they took the giant magnet out of the bathroom.
Yeah.
That was nice to see.
Thank God my cock ring was going through murder.
Oh, it's heck on the pierced nipples, I bet.
Oh, ouchie.
And thank you to everyone who listens.
And definitely thank you to Norse Foundry.
Thank you to our friends at Norse Foundry. Reminder, if you go to norsefoundry.com, you get 10% off by using the discount code CHAM. That's CHAM at checkout. That is the Bastard Special. They have amazing dice products, dice holders.
Dice clay.
What?
Oh, I see.
Mostly dice, but they have other game products as well.
Seriously, I mean, these dice are works of art, and they would look great in your collection, and you should add them to that collection.
We love using them. They are officially my good luck dice.
Yeah, I've been gaming for, 30 years and always, of course, use plastic dice because for a long time, that's all there was. But all there's newer dice now, and I'd never used metal dice before we got the Norse Foundry ones, and it is just, there's something about the weight
So
of
satisfying.
metal dice it is super kinesthetically pleasing.
Speaking as someone with a tactile fixation, the whole time we're recording, I'm just rolling these metal dice between my fingers because it feels good.
And as a nerd, it feels like I'm working out as I roll them.
I've lost 10 pounds on my Norse Foundry diet. I just eat dice now.
Get some. See if it works for you.
They formed a mass in my stomach and I can no longer digest food.
Thank you, Norse Foundry.
No, you're like one of those animals that eats rocks that are
for digestive
platypus?
purposes.
Yeah.
But thank you to all our listeners. We appreciate you listening, and
Yes.
we appreciate when you leave us reviews and comments on social media. We like it a lot.
Yeah, we like chatting with you.
And if you haven't yet, follow us on the social media.
We have yet to meet an asshole. We've been doing this for like a year and a half, and there's been nobody shitty.
It's amazing.
It's fucking nuts.
How do you exist on social media for over a year?
Well, even like Patreon followers, like Discord, everybody's cool. Like,
Right?
what a great group we fucking have. Like, it is a bunch of cool people. So
Finally
thank you
found
guys.
an audience that will accept us.
Todd is going to get decked at Gen Con. Duke Fury, you asshole! Someone really offended.
Too bad Gen Con already happened.
I did. Mm-hmm. So
But if you were at Gen Con and met Kyle or Todd, thank you for not pummeling them.
yeah, we appreciate it. We appreciate it. Well, thank you. I'm Kyle.
Todd.
Corey.
I'm Austin.